All right. Okay. So the topic of sorry. It's been a rough day. It's a scorcher, y'all. Hello, hello. I see people dropping comments. That's always good. The topic of today is parents. Check your pain in the kids. Okay? Your child is not your friend. So this is a little bit of coaching for parents. And I just want to know what I observed. I am not an expert when it comes to, child psychology or anything, or I am not some guru who knows all. That's not me. But I can agree that most people find some things impolite. Some parents find some things a little frustrating. And we need to know what we need to do. We need to step our game. We need to level up 2021. All right. Especially the summertime's coming up. There's festivities, a lot of outdoor events. Your child's home all the time with you or at summer camp. But all year round, we need to level up when it comes to our children. So, number one, what? Okay? What? That is a word that I can't stand. Do not let a child respond to you with the word what. I hear it all the time. I used to hear it all the time. Work and education, you hear a lot of teachers will respond to a lot of teachers will respond to children who respond to them with the word what. What is something you say when you're about to fight somebody in the street? What? What is something you say to somebody who's getting on your nerves? What? Teachers, if you are at the education department, don't go for this. You are not supposed to answer with the word what. It's disrespectful. You got to teach them how to talk to adults. What is acceptable, what's not. It's a teachable moment for a lot of things. It's a teachable moment when it comes to the way that we talk and communicate with our children, okay, and our students. If you're in the education field, I do not like to see a lot of teachers. I don't like to see teachers, period, getting disrespect with the word what. I mean, it's normal in some homes. Where I came from, if I'd have told my dad when he called me, Tiffany, what? I already know what the deal was next, and it wasn't pretty. So make sure that you please have a teachable moment. Tell your child that you cannot respond to them what? Tell your student, tell whoever, it takes a village to raise a child. There's a nice way to say things as long as you're diplomatic, respectful, and you're exemplifying what you're supposed to teach this child. It should go smooth sailing. Hello, New York Travel Gods. I love their channel, by the way. They have a YouTube channel as well, giving a lot of great channel travel tips. So you guys check them out. And they're on Instagram too. Tylisa, hello, Autumn. Let's see. If your kid is smacking another kid, playing too rough, you need to check your child, okay? You cannot let your child just do anything to anybody else's child. You don't know how that parent will react. And plus, it's not acceptable. Like when you go places and in a place that you don't know how everybody is, everybody's parenting styles and things like that. Some parents are really strict, some more are laid back, but you have to check your child and let them know that what their behaviors are is not acceptable. Okay. Do not walk past your kid that just punched somebody in the face and continue to mosey on to get your second plate of food at a cookout and act like their child didn't hurt somebody else. That's not okay. And people do this. People let their children just run rampant. I guess it's a moment to themselves. They tired of their badass too. They just want to let them do anything. You cannot do that. You cannot let your child do anything to anybody else's child, because number one, that's not right. And number two, it's like, who raised you? Person's looking at you like, I mean, some people don't want to say anything, but it's not good to do that. Teach them that this is how you treat somebody. Bring them to the side. At least make yourself look in front of the other parent like you care about your children and you are correcting them in the right way. Let your child know that they cannot do that and discipline them accordingly. Now, accordingly may mean to some people, one thing, and discipline them accordingly may mean another. But whatever your discipline strategy is, make sure you check your kids, your pain in the behind kids that's kicking somebody's butt. If they think it's okay to slide a kid at 8 years old, they'll think it's okay in high school and get into a fight. They'll think it's okay to kick somebody's butt at 25. And before you know it, right to jail. All because you didn't discipline your kids. Have a teachable moment. Make sure you set that boundary that it's okay, because if it goes without notice, you can't try to teach them when they get in jail that, hey, Johnny, you aren't supposed to beat that person up or stab somebody. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point, but make sure that you have some consequences in place for your pain in it kids. A lot of parents, if you got a pain in kid, your sister's kids, your brother's kids, whoever, make sure you share this video. Make sure you also like it too. Those likes up. Number 3, just because you let your child mess up your house does not mean that they can go messing up other people's houses. Can't do that. Please monitor and supervise your kids when you are at other people's houses. You go to cookouts, you go to family functions, public events, or events at other people's homes. You are responsible for your kid at all times. Your house, just because they mess up at your house doesn't mean everybody is okay with that or thinks it's cute if they break things or, run rampant, standing on the couch, food or drinks on the couch when they're not supposed to. Supervise your kids, because a lot of people don't do that. Have a talk before you go there and have a talk during, and check on them. If you know your child is a baby's kid, don't disappear for an hour knowing your child is in a room with people who have good stuff, good china, good crystal in the house where they can potentially mess it up. Hi, Chris. Hi, Craft Insanity. Hello. Ooh, Craft Insanity has a nice YouTube channel too. Check her crafts out. I learned a few things from her. And yeah. So yes, please. The thing that's the worst is when you have people that let their child run rampant in other people's houses. They break stuff that they can't even afford to pay for, but you just out doing whatever because you need a little break. And especially if you know your child has a habit of breaking things, wrecking things, spilling things. Clean up after your child. Don't let the host of the house, of the party or gathering, whatever that you are at, do that. Let people know that you take pride and you care about your child. Let them know they was raised right by you, because you are going to be raising your children right. Not saying that you are not now, you probably are. But for some of those who are watching this video, might need a little reminder or need somebody to come out and say it, because a lot of people think it, but they don't say how they really feel about other people's pain in the behind kid. Okay? But I tell you. Why not? Number 4, don't let your kids stay up any time of the night. Have a bedtime routine for your kids. Is that too much to ask? If your child is 2, they should not be up at 3 a.m. chilling. No, that's not acceptable. If they stay up till 2 a.m. watching cable, they're going to find something on that cable channel that they watch every night while you're sleeping that they're not supposed to be watching. And not only are they going to find something that they're not supposed to be watching, they're probably going to act out some things that they're seeing because you were not monitoring your kids. That should be embarrassing. You're right. Somebody said that should be embarrassing as a parent. Thank you, Craft Insanity. Yes. Have some structure. And then you're going to say, if the child goes ahead and something happens, somebody gets pregnant at 15 because they've been staying up 2 o'clock in the morning, they want to practice and act out something, your kid get pregnant. Oh my goodness, how did this happen? Because you didn't check your pain in the kids. That's how it happened. Got to check it from the start. Care. My son is in bed at 8 o'clock every night. That's why I'm able to do this live stream right now. Okay? So it's your fault. If something happens, they being a little sneaky, premature, trying things, experimenting with things, and you didn't expect that because you didn't check them out. Be accountable. Make them be accountable for their routine. My son knows he goes to bed at 8 o'clock. Except we're driving from someplace, I'd sleep in the car a little bit, but, things happen, but you want to make sure that you are checking them kids. All right. Have structure. If your child is an 8-year-old, bedtime should be like 8. Child's 5, 7:30 maybe. I know somebody who was putting their child to sleep at like 7, 3 years old. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Kids too. All right. So make sure we have a little bit of structure in place. If you are, wait 1 second. If you are at a cookout with your kids, here's a rule. If you touch it, take it. If you touch it, take it. Make sure that you are monitoring your kids' portions. Nobody has money to be wasting because kids, want to play in some food or touch things and decide, I don't want it, because kids will be kids. And if they're not governed the right way, if they're not monitored and supervised, they're used to doing something at your house, grandparents' house, auntie, uncle's house, but you take them around other people, they might not go for that because it's just not okay. Nobody wants to eat from your child, your little nose-picking child who didn't flush the toilet, playing in the dirt, child's germs, but you can do that. But please be considerate of the next person. Okay? I've seen parents do this, and it's just like, oh my gosh, at least take it for yourself and throw it away. Eat it yourself. Something. But nobody wants to be the victim of your child's germs. Make them eat all the food on that plate too. Okay, so here's the big one. Here is a big one. I want you guys to really get this because I know firsthand as a person who's working in the education system. Do not be quick to take up for your child when the teacher tells you that they did something wrong without checking out the facts first. A lot of people do this, and they know their child is no angel. If you know your little Johnny, little Timmy, took something, his teacher's calling you, telling you that he done stole his wallet or her wallet, Little Timmy stole the teacher's wallet in the 4th grade. Do not go up to school ready to fight the teacher, ready to fight the principal, just thinking that they are lying on your child, because little Timmy is not perfect. Okay? Thank you, Luke. That's so true. Yes. You don't want to kick their behind. You want to ask the questions and know all the facts. And if you are a repeat shoplifter yourself, you got busy hands. Little Timmy came with you the last time you done got pickpocketed somebody's wallet at the mall because you couldn't afford something. Where do you think you got it from? Oh, no, not my little Timmy. No, not him. No, I have no idea where you got it from. But you're a repeat offender. Just got out of jail for petty theft. But your little Timmy didn't do it, right? Please, don't come and rush to your parents, the child's side without knowing the facts. Yes, we want to protect our children. Yes, we want to instill that trust on our children and let them know that they have our mommies and daddies in our corner, grandma, grandpa, whoever you are raising this child. But they're going to do what they see or what you allow. And if you know you are not an angel, your daggone self, but want to say, what you mean? What you mean? Timmy stole your wallet. He ain't got to steal nothing from you. He ain't got to steal nothing. Better go up there and check yourself first before you go checking the teacher who was right. And tell Timmy to give her back her wallet. What does it say? Crazy part is the parent may have seen it and still take up for them. They may have even seen it. Yes, that is so true. Somebody said a parent may even notice that a child does something, steals something, does something wrong, and still take up because it's a pride thing. And you can't do that. You're protecting them is setting that child up for failure. It's setting their child up to do more of that activity, and more can land them in a bad situation. And we don't want nobody going to jail. We don't want that. No, we want to check your pain in the kids now. And it's sad. It's a sad reality that people do things and see things and let their child do whatever and think it's okay. So make sure before you, because I know what it's like to teach, and parents get mad at you. And you know why? One thing about education, right? The students who are always the most misbehaved are the ones who show up every day. The straight A students is the one who take a little break. They have sick days, I guess, or maybe out. But the children who are the most misbehaved children show up bright and early every day. You know why? Because their parents don't want them there either. They want to send them off. They want to send them off to you because they can't deal with their shenanigans either. But yet, oh no, you're mistreating my child. No, you're mistreating your child. You're mistreating your child because you are not doing the necessary steps and actions as a parent to be preventative so that they would not get into this situation. And also, the kid is probably thinking, hey, if mommy's going to take up for me, well, I done stole this wallet. I can go do it again, and she's going to keep taking up for me. I can steal something a little bit larger. I can go do this. I can rob this bank. Things can escalate, what I'm saying. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but at the same time, I'm not. You just never know what little things you let slide have an effect later down the line. Number 7. And also drop comments. If you have something that you guys want to add on to this, please share it, because I'm probably thinking the same thing, probably agreeing with you. All right. So number 7, if your child is acting up in a supermarket and they showing out, kicking and screaming, and make a Holy Ghost situation where they, shouting and, stomping, embarrassing, being bratty to the 10th degree. I didn't do this before, but I want everybody else to do this because I know better now. Go out, drop what you're doing, drop your stuff, put it away in the next aisle where nobody really wants. I don't know, but behind the whatever section, I don't know. Talk to your child outside. Don't let them get away with that because they will continuously do that. You need to have a talk with your child and let them know that that is not okay. Don't even finish that tantrum. Don't finish it. Forget it. Because that right there is the worst thing ever for parents to do, is to let their child continue with a chance. And some parents, I know personally, I've been told, they give them the child what they want. A child wants a toy at the supermarket just to stop the embarrassment of people looking at them currently in the store. They will continue, they will buy the toy for the child just to shut them up. Nope, that didn't shut the child up. The child shut you up. The child shut you up. And they're ignoring the behavior. You know, you can't ignore the child's behavior because the child wants attention. When I said talk to your child before and after, before, during, before you go places, during places, you got to talk to them. Teach them something. Preach to them a little bit. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We know how to behave, you know. We know what we're supposed to do. We know what we're not supposed to do. So please make sure you act accordingly, or the consequences are. The consequences are this. They have to be scared of something. I said scared. They have to be intimidated by the parent in some kind of way to make them understand that a behavior is just not going to fly. If not, they are going to do it over and over and over and over and over again. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, if you think differently, you try something else out. Let me know how that works. But I don't see how it will get corrected, because that child who you gave that toy to appease, to get a tantrum, because they were having a tantrum and they wanted a daggone lollipop or a yo-yo, is going to keep on doing it. Okay? They're going to keep on doing it and it's not going to stop. You got to pull the plug. You have to be the one to cut the cord. Okay? And just say, listen, I'm not doing this. I don't care who's looking at me. I'm going to go out here and check my pain in the kid. Got to check your kids. Let's see. And you don't have to physically touch someone. Someone said, you know, I have a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old. Never touch them, but they are scared of me. You damn right. And they should be. You know what? I don't condone corporal punishment or anything like that. However you discipline your child is how you discipline your child, as long as it's appropriate, you know. But my dad is old school. I know. And he told me once, he said, you better discipline your son before the police do when he get to be a teenager. And you know what? Never truer words were spoken. That is some true stuff, you know, because you don't want the authorities being the one to discipline your child. You know, this day and age, you don't know what can happen. You know, you don't know. So you have to check your kid. And I don't believe in fear. I don't believe the kids should be fearful of the parent. I feel that it's more so of a high level of respect for the parent. Have a respect for that parent where they know that you do not play. They know that they cannot get along with certain things. And I'm not perfect. This is trial and error. My son, you have to learn your child too. My son learns by reward. Like reward, you know, I let him know. I try not to necessarily focus on the negativity that he does. I said, you know, listen, if you want to earn things, you have to do this. Teaching him merit. He has to learn merit. He has to learn that this ain't going to fly. because mommy's going to be lenient on you. But if you get to the cops, one day, God forbid that happens, just in case, I'm just giving you the heads up because I care and I love you. That's not going to fly. That it flies with mom. You can't go ahead and hitting and kicking. Don't let your kids kick you behind. Don't let your kids hit and slap you. No. My son tried that too. He was slamming doors like he was paying bills. He acted like he had something on that electric. He had something on that gas, something on that cable. Hogged up my TV all day. I couldn't even watch it. I paid a bill last time I checked. But that's when kids think they can run the show. Oh, don't turn the other cheek, because he'll just slap you on that one too. Discipline your kids. Don't be letting them touch you. You got to let these kids know who's boss at an early age, period. Okay? Because if you don't, then somebody will. And God forbid it's in the wrong hands. So it's best to come from a parent who actually who does not have the same, will not, because there's no love that can praise a parent's love, will not love your child the way that you do. So make sure that it's coming out of a loving place. You check your pain in the ass kids. I'm telling y'all, no way on this live stream am I condoning or telling you how to discipline your kids. I'm just saying discipline your kids. It's a difference. You do it the way that you do it. I do it the way that I do it. It's all about how you do it, but it's about doing the discipline. And that's what people don't get. They think that you're the worst person in the world. Your kids ain't your friend. Stop trying to be your kid's friend. When you're your kid's friend, that's when it's an enmeshed relationship. There's not boundary between you and your kids. You have to know, I love you. I like you. We can have fun together. We can laugh. We can joke. We can do all this, but you cannot let them think that they running the show and they're your friend. Y'all not besties, parent and child. It is a difference. You have to be new school. I snatched my son's PS4 for a month just for talking back. And you know what? That stuff right there, that messes with them because it is a virtual world. It is a digital world. Kids love these games, these toys, and they do not like that. But sometimes you have to do it. My girlfriend, we took our kids to a restaurant once and she took his PlayStation, I think, or his handheld games. I don't know what. He was silent and not saying nothing to anybody. He was mad. That is mental. That hurts worse than an actual beating would hurt. For those, I don't condone that either. But you think that you're doing something right when you do that. It's not. It's the psychology behind it. Taking the toy away. But it wasn't because he was being bad. He's a very good little boy. We just had to go somewhere and we were meeting up and it's a digital world. They like to play with it. But that hurt. He was just silent, like silent treatment. I was like, ooh, it was ice grilling me. I was like, whoa. But, it's kind of funny when you think about it. But if it was a situation where he was not following the directions and she took it away, I wouldn't have been mad because it seems like what they're most emotionally connected to or spend the most time doing, watching TV, playing a video game. That is where you want to take the privilege away for a few minutes, hours, whatever you do, days, weeks. I don't know what you do. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you the things that you should be cognizant of and not let fly that are not cool, that other people, that parents may think is cool. It's not, let's see. Parents should agree on a common parenting style and stay consistent with it. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Thank you, Ken T. Thank you. Because consistency is the key to anything. Consistency is why I'm doing YouTube, live streams, my videos. I'm being consistent with it because I am trying to reach a positive goal. When you are consistent with the things you do with your kids, you are going to reach a positive goal. When you ignore things, that's not good. If I didn't post videos for a month here and there, it would do me a disservice and my channel. But thanks to you, and if those who have and are just joining, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, comment, and like this video, and share with somebody that you know that has a pain in the kid. You know somebody, everybody knows somebody that got that kid that you just, I ain't letting Lisa and them kids come over because they don't know how to act. They be breaking up all my stuff. Everybody know one of them people who got them kids. So share this with a kid. You have to be consistent. You have to stay on and make sure that you keep up with what you keep up. Me and my son went top of the level with with a parenting program that I put in that I will be selling soon. That's in the works. And it has brought that the best thing out. He went from baby's kid to I'm going to about to be a Harvard scholar pretty soon. Give me 10 years, Mom. 20 years, no, 15 years. I don't know. But I'm exaggerating, but I'm just saying consistency is key. All right. Any other comments? Because I think I covered pretty much a lot of things. And I may revisit this topic again because these are the core things that we need, as parents. Anybody else having any parenting issues or whatever that you can't get this child, you bumping heads with a child, drop it in the comment section. So let's go over what we did learn. What? Number one, your child will not be responding to you with the word what. Your student will not be responding to you with the word what. We don't say what. Like I said earlier, what is what you say when you're about to fight somebody? What? What is what you say when somebody's getting on your nerves? But it is not how a child is supposed to talk to a parent. Number two, this is the recap, y'all. If your kid is smacking another kid, playing too rough, check your child before it escalates. It's all about preventative, people. Make sure you intervene. Don't let your child go slide a kid and then get back up, go over somewhere and go play with another kid so they can slide them too. Get your kid. It's a pain in the ass kid. Just because you let them mess up your house don't mean everybody wants their house to be messed up. Now, Miss Linda, you at the barbecue 2 blocks over, takes care of her stuff. She even got the old school plastic on it and everything. Don't want nothing to happen to her stuff. Don't let your child go over there and with the scissors and get to slicing Linda's couch. Check your child. Make sure that they're not doing anything in other people's houses that you wouldn't want done to yours. That's if you care. I don't know. Number 4, this is the recap. Don't let your kids stay up any time of the night. Routine, structure, keep it routine. Number 5, if you had a cookout, if you take it, touch it policy. Make sure if they take it, they touch it. Don't let them, don't flush the toilet, they wash their hands, picking up their nose, rubbing their behind, slapping people, digging in the dirt, playing with worms, stepping on ants. Kids with these germs be touching the food. So somebody else don't want the daggone corn on the cob, but touched it. Take it out the way, put it on your plate, take it away. Don't let the next person who's a corn cob eater suffer and be a victim to your child's nasty germs. All right? And do not be quick to take up for your kids when they call you at the school. Principal calls you, the teacher calls you. They ain't calling you because they're having fun. It takes a lot to run a classroom. It takes a lot to call a parent. Trust me, teachers don't even want to call parents. We don't want to get parents involved. Okay, so it takes a lot. So if they're telling you that your Johnny did something, take into consideration. I'm not saying they're always right. I'm not saying that. But take into account the facts, the history, what you do at home, what he doesn't witness you do, pickpocket a wallet or two, and see if your child did what they said they're going to do. I mean, did what the teacher said. Take account of the facts. Ask questions. That's the thing. Parents don't ask a lot of questions, and they need to. It's important. Also, if your child is acting up in the supermarket, go outside and have a talk with your child. Drop what you're doing. Put it in the aisle. Do whatever I know you done shopped and it's been an hour and you got to get home. Season your gizzards, your collard greens, whatever you got to do. Talk to your child. Gizzards be there. Collard greens be there. Doesn't matter. Make sure you let your child not do the nobody wants to see that. It doesn't make you look good, and it does a disservice for your child. Make sure. And that is it, folks. Thank you for tuning into my live stream. Don't forget, if you haven't, get this book, Diamond Cut the Pain, How to Shine Like a Diamond, in my description box below. I worked hard on this baby. And my CD is in my description box below. Please get both of those items. And anybody need to email me. I am now offering services where you can talk to me personally if you are having a problem that you can't figure out, you need a listening ear, or just want some motivational positive advice. Please email me at misstiffdance@gmail, MSTIFF dance@gmail. And go ahead and check out my Instagram at Tiffany Cuts the Pain, TIFFANI, Cuts the Pain. And also check out a couple of people that joined me on this live stream. The New York Travel Gods have a YouTube channel and an Instagram, and Craft Insanity. A lot of crafting goes on there, and she is nice with it, I tell you. And she ships too. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time, email me, and I will see you on the next live stream. Peace.